Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stotara Sata Shri Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stotara Sata Shri Srimad Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurum Nilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Vesha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnamebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna. So today is the most auspicious day of Shri Pandav Nirjal Ekadasi. And in this auspicious day, I have been requested to speak about Lord Jagannath. How many of you want to hear about Lord Jagannath? Shri Jagannath Swami ki. So let us recite this beautiful verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 13, text 23. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Panchadasa Dina Ishvara Mahalakshmi Lai तार संगे क्रीड़ा कोइला निभृत बसियाय पंचदश दिन ईश्वर महालक्ष्मी लया तार संगे क्रीड़ा कोइला निभृत बसिया पंचदश दिन ईश्वर महालक्ष्मी लया तार संगे क्रीड़ा कोइला निभृते बसिया Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh, anyone wants to recite? Anyone wants to? Panchadasa Dina Ishvara Mahalakshmila Tara Sange Krida Kaila Nivrite Vashiya Panchadasa Dina Ishvara Mahalakshmilaya Tara Sange Krida Kaila Nivrita Vashiya Panchadasva Dina Ishvara Mahalakshmilaya तार संगे क्रीड़ा कोइला निभृत वशिया माताजी पंचदश दिन ईश्वर महालक्ष्मीलाय तार संगे क्रीड़ा कोइला निभृत वशिया पंचदश दिन 15 days Ishvara, the Lord, Mahalakshmi, the Supreme Goddess of Fortune, Laya, with Tara Sange, in her company, Krida, enjoyment, Koila, performed, Nibhrite, in a solitary place, Bashia, sitting. Translation. For 15 days, the Lord had remained in a secluded place with the Supreme Goddess of Fortune and had performed his pastimes with her. Purport. The 15-day period of Anavashara is also called Nibhrita, in honor of the solitary place where the Supreme Goddess of Fortune lives. After living there a fortnight, Lord Jagannath took permission from the Goddess of Fortune to leave. Hare Krishna. So the pastimes of Lord Jagannath are extremely mysterious and magnanimous. Lord Jagannath is supremely merciful. There is no deity in this entire creation or Lord who gives darshan throughout. There is not even a closing of door or door closer for even changing the dress. The Lord, in ISKCON we see that door is closed for prasadam. And then door is closed for changing of the dress. But it is the only deity where you can actually see the change of dress of Jagannath. You can actually see Lord Jagannath eating prasadam. And there is no concept of closing of the doors. When there is a when the Lord eats prasadam, which he does a lot of times in Puri, there is a small cloth that is just tied in front of the mouth, in front of your vision to the mouth of the Lord. And when you see, you will not be able to see only the mouth of the Lord. Except the mouth, you will be able to see everything. And that's how Lord Jagannath eats prasadam without closing the doors. And similarly, while changing of the dress, Lord Jagannath is changing the dress without even closing the doors. And the reason behind this is that Lord feels extremely merciful and compassionate in Purushottam Kshetra. He wants to bestow his mercy 24/7. The Lord, sometimes we can be proud of being workaholic. Lord Jagannath has the supreme proud of being kripaholic. He is the most addicted person in doing his work. We have our work sense gratification. That is our design of work in material world. And we are so addicted to it. And Lord Jagannath is kripaholic. He is addicted in giving mercy to everyone. He is always busy throughout the day. No dressing, no closing of the doors for dressing, no closing of the doors for taking prasadam. I am available for everyone, those who come to Jagannath Puri, for giving my darshan and giving my mercy. Sri Jagannath Swami ki. And in the night, the Lord never sleeps. In the night, when all the pujaris, there are specific pujaris called the Pauda Sevayats. And these Pauda Sevayats, Pauda means closing of the doors. And their job is to go inside the temple and go around the temple and ensure that no one is there in the temple, because when we close the doors, the demigods are waiting to come and meet the Lord. No one stays inside the Jagannath temple in the night, which happens at 12 o'clock in the night, and then all the demigods creep in to take darshan of the Lord and have managerial meetings. Such amazing. Now for each one of you sitting here, it is so nice to hear, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, you are so merciful, you are so merciful, your darshan is available 24/7. Just think about the condition of Mahalakshmi, his wife. Sometimes when there is work from home and all those things, the ladies, they complain. And Lakshmi Devi is the most frustrated seeing everyone. So Lakshmi complains to Lord Jagannath that it was so nice staying in Kheersagar. So I made a big mistake coming to this Nilachal, because I have to give so much of, there is actually no private time with us. Every time some devotees are there, and even in the night there is demigods who are coming. Don't you think you have some duties as husband? Yes, correct. So I think we should all go back to Kheersagar. Lord said, how do we manage all the services here? If I go to Kheersagar, who will give mercy? No one will come. Now you can do work from home. But this giving of mercy cannot happen work from home, and especially Kali-yuga Vasis. You cannot give mercy work from home. We saw in the COVID, so many devotees were there, and during COVID, so many devotees slowly went away because of the online classes. So work from home is not possible for Kali-yuga Vasis. They don't even come to temple. I have to go out to give my mercy in Rath Yatra. So work from home is not possible. I will not go back to Kheersagar. And then in this way, Lakshmi does lot of complaints. She is very, very concerned that I am not getting any private time, just like any ordinary lady. And this is in the nature of pure devotional service. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita explains the nature of pure devotional service. So all of you repeat this wonderful verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, quoted from different scriptures. Ananya mamata Vishnu, mamata prema sangata, bhaktir ityuchyate bhishma, प्रह्लादोद्धव नारदये अनन्य ममता विष्णु अनन्य ममता विष्णु mamata means exclusiveness. Ananya mamata means exclusive attention. So when devotion arises in the heart of a person, he feels that my Lord is mine only, no one else. He is my property. There is extreme sense of possessiveness. Ananya mamata Vishnu. And we see this as a striking feature in the pastimes of Jagannath Puri. In Jagannath Puri, the Sevayats, they have service, and the service goes on for generations and generations. Like there is one family, their service, you know what it is? Their service is to just smash ginger. That's it. The grandfather was smashing ginger. The son is smashing ginger. And son's son, grandson is smashing ginger. And for generations to come, they have no other desire. They never talk with others. Are kya seva mil gaya? अंदर बैठ के खाली अदरक डालने का कुछ पता ही नहीं जीवीसी लोगों को, अरे ये सेवा दे दिया. They never have complaints. For generations together, they are smashing ginger. So this is Ananya Mamata. Strong affection and attention that my Lord, this is my service, you are mine and no one else. This ginger smashing service is my service. I will not give to anyone else. So this is Ananya Mamata. And Mamata, Prema Sangata. And this Mamata is not like this mundane affection that we see, that as soon as the person leaves, the affection also leaves. This Mamata is Prema Sangata, to develop loving affection for the Lord. Bhaktir ityuchyate Bhishma. Bhishma defines this as bhakti. Prahlada defines this as bhakti. Uddhava defines this as bhakti. And Narad Muni also confirms this as bhakti. That when devotion arises in the heart of a person, he feels that Lord is mine and only mine. So Mother Lakshmi, who is the mother of devotion, she feels that Lord is mine. We had such nice time in Kheer Sagar, and what has happened? Now I have no private time. And that's how Lord decides to give a special private time, as Srila Prabhupada mentions in this purport, to Mother Lakshmi. But how did he give private time? Because when the job was assigned in Nilachal, there was no question of leaves. And we see that when someone asks service and you give some, no Prabhuji, I have no time for the service. No Prabhuji, you can find out some time. You can find out some time. Prabhuji, actually, how much time it will take? Half an hour. Prabhuji, I really don't have time for half an hour service. Actually, it's not possible. I'm really tight and all those things. And all these discussions will go on, and then you give the Ramban. Prabhu, my health is not good. Finished. Yes? Prabhu, my health is not good. Oh, your health is not. Take rest, Prabhuji. I'll find out someone else. Correct? So Lord Jagannath, now how he will tell to others, now I am not available for my mercy, for my darshan. Actually, all our excuses come from the Lord. All the knowledge, all the intelligence come from the Lord. So Lord Jagannath, he announces this beautiful ceremony that is going to happen after 4 days on the Snan Purnima day, and the Lord decides to take bath. And the Lord comes in the dream of actually this Snana Purnima day is mentioned in the Skanda Purana, in all other Puranas, that this is actually the installation day of Lord Jagannath. This is actually the Brahmotsav day of Lord Jagannath, where Lord Jagannath was installed. And that's why there were Abhishek and all. So there is a special well in Jagannath temple which is called Sunakuva. You see, everything in Jagannath temple is designed with exclusivity. For a specific service, a specific thing is assigned. Ananya Mamata. So this Sunakuva, this is a well inside the Jagannath temple, and this well has only one service throughout the year. Just imagine, sometimes we get one service, we think, oh, I have just one service. Throughout the year, this well is covered, and only on this Snana Purnima day, this well is uncovered, and from this well, the water is taken out in 108 big pots, silver pots, lot of chandan, kasturi, chua, aguru, and all different scented, fragrant items are added in the water. And per Lord, matlab Jagannath, Balaram, and Subhadra, everyone takes bath 108 times. So I take bath 6 to 7 times, I get sick because of cold. So Lord takes 108 times bath throughout the day. They shift the Lord to a place inside the Jagannath temple, but outside the premises of Ratna Singhasan, called the Snana Bedi, and the Lord takes his bath almost for 108 times with the chanting of the mantras and all those things. So after taking this bath, the Lord falls sick. And when Lord falls sick, the next day, that is the Pratipada day, on, there is some mobile. So on the Pratipada day, the Lord has lot of fever. Lot of fever. Very, very high fever. Even those devotees who serve Lord Jagannath, they say that actually Lord's body becomes very, very hot. Very, very hot in this time. And then Mother Lakshmi is extremely concerned. Oh, my Lord, you have fallen sick, you have fallen sick, you have fallen sick. So immediately Mother Lakshmi calls the Vaidyas, the Mishras of Jagannath Puri. So there are some Mishra families in Jagannath Puri. They are the Vaidyas of the Lord. And they also have only one service throughout the year. The Pratipada day they will be called, and they will be called for with the thermometer, whatever, I don't know what they have, they come to check, and when they touch the body of Lord, they say, oh my goodness, this is very, very high fever. How did he get this fever? Oh, I don't know, how did it get? Oh, he cannot stand there in Ratna Singhasan. He has to be taken down. He has been standing so long, he has been eating so much, and that's why all these diseases have come. Mother Lakshmi says, yes, actually. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga ki, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. So there are beautiful songs written of discussion between Vaidyas and Mother Lakshmi. And Mother Lakshmi says, yes, I have been telling him, come down, come down, come down. Come down to this place and don't stand so much. Don't exert so much. You are getting stressed. The Supreme Lord who reduces stress of everyone, Mother Lakshmi is concerned that you are getting stressed. And then the Vaidyas, they instruct the pujaris, immediately bring Lord Jagannath down to a small place near the Garbhagruha. They make intent. Sometimes, Gauranga Shmaran Prabhu makes just like we have this cloth partition for that. So they make some cloth partition and they bring the Lord down. And the first thing the Vaidyas tell, now you hear carefully what the Vaidyas will tell Mother Lakshmi, because it has a very, very mysterious meaning which we will discuss at the end. So please be very attentive to understand Lord's prescription. So first the Vaidyas say, bring him down and remove all his gorgeous clothes and make him wear completely white, light cloth. Like you remember one time in Mangalarti we had Nitai Gauranga wearing, this is Anavashar dress, sick room dress, very white cloth, completely white, light cloth. Make him wear light cloth and make him put on his head white flowers. So the Lord wears white cloths and they put white flowers, but the temperature is not going. So these Vaidyas, they are telling to Mother Lakshmi that we have a special oil. There is one matha in Jagannath Puri, they make a special oil. This oil is made with til, and this Snana Purnima, the oil that will be used, every Snana Purnima for 15 days, this oil is used, and this oil is named as Puluri Tel. And this oil made with sesame, til, it is kept for 1 year underground. There is a place in Jagannath Puri, they dig a big hole and put the oil inside a mud pot, lot of 3 different mud pots, and put lot of kasturi and chandan and lot of things, and then they cover that mud pot and dug in the hole and put it and give samadhi to the oil for 1 year. And because the oil has been preserved like this underneath, it becomes very, very cold. My Naniji used to do some service in Jagannath temple, and every year, because of the service, as a remuneration, my Naniji will always sow the oil. Mere ko tel mila hai. Just imagine how precious, how mysterious. And that oil has such divine fragrance. If you just put it on your head, it will be so cooling and such divine fragrance. We really need to be in Jagannath Puri to experience that oil. So my Naniji used to have that oil. This much, 100 ml he will get every year. And he will sow it with pride. This is the remuneration of my service that I have got. So then Lord Jagannath, the Vaidyas asks that this special oil we have brought, and you have to massage the body of the Lord very nicely. So what Mother Lakshmi used to do in Kheer Sagar, in seclusion, in quarantine, actually all this COVID quarantine started from the Lord. So the Lord is sent to quarantine, and Mother Lakshmi, she starts massaging the Lord with this Puluri Tel, which is a very fragrant oil. And then the Vaidyas, they say that you have to stop giving him so much of food items. This will cause diarrhea. This is going to cause diarrhea. So a special juice is prepared in Jagannath Puri that is called Anavasharpana. That is called a juice made with different fruit and items, and that juice is fed again and again to Lord Jagannath so that his fever comes down. So this is the second prescription they gave. And the third thing they said, that he cannot eat all these 56 items, Chappan Bhog. If he eats all these things, he will be perpetually sick. And then they prepare a special roti. This roti is called khali roti. Anyone who is sick can eat this. Actually, they take the wheat, they put the wheat on stove along with water. They boil the wheat and make a dough with boiled water, wheat. and make the dough, and with that dough they make the rotis. I hope you understood. No, they actually cook the wheat flour. They cook the wheat flour before making the rotis. And then they feed those rotis to Lord Jagannath this entire 15 days. But still, after taking all this diet, after drinking the juice, after putting the oil, it doesn't go. And the Vaidyas, every day they come 2 times to test the temperature and the body vitals of Jagannath. And because the temperature was not going down, then the Vaidyas told Mother Lakshmi that we have a special medicine that we will bring. The name of the medicine is very, very mysterious and special. This is called the Dasa Mula Modak. These are balls, black balls made with 10 types of herbs and made and designed to reduce, because the Vaidyas are not able to understand what is this disease. So 10 different types of diseases can be cured just by eating this ball. That's why it is Dasa Mula Modak, that which gives happiness by reducing 10 types of diseases. Something like broad spectrum antibiotic that we get from the doctor. So the Lord gets the hospital dress, the Lord gets the paracetamol of Fulleri Tel, the Lord gets the juices, IV saline of Pana, and the Lord gets the broad spectrum antibiotic of Dasamula Modak, and the Lord gets a hospital diet in these 15 days. And the Lord has the most special nurse, that is Mother Lakshmi, always sitting on the side of the Lord and checking, oh Lord, what happened to you? Oh, what happened to you? What happened to you? And all these preparations, and to ensure that Mother Lakshmi is given the best of the service so that she can serve Lord Jagannath, there are special sevayats designed and kept, and they are known as Daitapatis. Because they become very dear to Mother Lakshmi, Daita, and that is why they become very dear to Lord Jagannath. In another place, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he mentions in the purport in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada actually quotes from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur that these Daitapatis are from the Sabara class. They do not have any caste. They are not Brahmanas. But they are the most celebrated devotees of Lord. And the reason they are the most celebrated devotees of Lord Jagannath, though they don't belong to the higher caste and the Brahmana caste, is that they serve Mother Lakshmi. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that similarly, we all can become Daitas to the Lord by serving Srimati Radharani. And that is why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to tell us how to become Daita, how to become very dear to the Lord by becoming servant of the servant of Srimati Radharani. So these Daitapatis, they serve Lord Jagannath and Mother Lakshmi during this period, and still Lord Jagannath's fever is not going down. Just imagine. Imagine you take medicine, you take diet, you take what all things goes on as with devotees. Imagine you take medicine, you take the diet, what devotees will say. So some devotees come to temple and inform Mother Lakshmi that यो आपका husband को बुरा नजर लगा है. This is some black energy that has occupied. And this evil energy, because so many people come to take darshan and so many people are envious actually. They see that your Lord is enjoying so much of opulence. So generally people are envious in this world. and some envious person has put evil eye on your husband. And these devotees, they are called Ojhas. And we also have a surname called Ojha in Bengal. So they are specifically Ojhas of Lord Jagannath to drive away the negative energy around Jagannath. Just imagine. This is love. When logic ends, love begins. So that is why Brahmaji, when he was praying to Lord, after doing all the entire Vrindavan Leela, Brahmaji prays, Jnane prayasam udapashya namanta eva. Jnane prayasa udapashya namanta eva. That we have to give up logic, we have to give up our intelligence in order to enter the loving exchanges of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Jivanti satmukharitam bhavadiya varta. Jivanti satmukharitam. If we just want to enter into the loving exchanges of Sri Vrindavan Dham, you have to give up this logic. How can the Supreme Lord? In Vrindavan we see that any demon would come. When Putana came, Sukadev Goswami says that when the gopis, after Putana was killed and everything, the gopis took Krishna, who was small, 3 days, 6 days old, and they started putting gobar and they started chanting so many mantras, and they started chanting all the mantras that can eradicate evil spirits. They put dust of the cow, they put cow dung, cow urine, and all those things. And Sukadev Goswami says, just see the love, the innocent love of the gopis of Sri Vrindavan Dham. It is beyond logic. The Supreme Lord, who's by name Raksho Ghani, Shravanadini, the Sukadev Goswami says that the Lord whose name when it is uttered, bas naam se hi, all the evil spirits go away. And the gopis, out of love, they are taking the Supreme Lord and driving away the evil spirits that will occupy the supreme source of all positivity. So similarly, these Ojhas, they come to the temple and inform Mother Lakshmi, nothing is going to work, nothing is going to work, these medicines will never work. We have some herbs from the forest. These herbs, when they are lighted, they give divine smoke. And I have also seen this. When I was small, I used to get a lot of fever. And my mother used to say, Najal lag gaya, Najal lag gaya, Najal lag gaya. And I, because of the scientific mind, I say, what nonsense, Najal lag gaya, all this thing. And there was an Ojha in our community. And this Ojha lady will come and she will take some broomstick, she will do like this, she will spit at the stick and throw it and put some chilies and put the chilies in the stove and some smoke will come. And immediately after half an hour, I'm all right. And I used to wonder, how is this working? And then after 2-3 times I realized, I used to tell my mother, this Ojha is putting the evil spirit and the Ojha is coming and taking donations and driving away the evil spirit. She is only putting the evil spirit. My mother said, you are very, very skeptical from beginning only. Don't do like this. She's such a nice lady. She's helping me. So similarly, these Ojhas in Puri, they come and tell to Mother Lakshmi that we have to put the smoke, we have to put the smoke. And in an entire sanctum sanctorium, there is divine smoke from the herbs of the forest. And then Mother Lakshmi is serving and serving. For 10 days the fever remains. And in the 10th day night, Dasami Tithi, like Pratipada it starts. For the 10 days, Lord has a lot of fever, and the Dasami night, evening, the fever goes down. And when the Vaidyas, they come, they say, now fever is down. So immediately Mother Lakshmi says that immediately we have to feed some good items to my Lord. He has become so thin. So there is a celebration on this Dasami day called Chakka Vijay. Means Mother Lakshmi doesn't take the Lord to Ratna Singhasan, though the fever has gone down. In that only, the Lord actually sleeps. They put the Lord like this. So on the Dasami day, they again make the Lord sit like this on a stone pedestal near the Garva Griha, and then Mother Lakshmi feeds Lord with lot of barfis, with milk items. For 10 days, the Lord had not tasted any prasad. And on the 11th day, the Lord is little bit decorated. And the 12th day, Mother Lakshmi sends a message to uh, King that my Lord is now okay, out of danger. We are going to take him out of ICU very soon. So one garland from Lord Jagannath goes to the king's palace, Agyamala, that I'm all right now. Because all of your prayers, I came out of ICU safe and sound. So the Lord announces like this, and on the Amavasya day, the Lord is given again darshan, which is called the Navayovan darshan, where Lord is again painted and he gives special darshan. So that's what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning. The entire Snana Purnima is designed. So we will take this SICK, sick, how the Lord falls sick and why he falls sick. So S stands for giving special service to Mother Lakshmi. As Srila Prabhupada is mentioning, Nibhrata, to give a special type of treatment, special type of service to Mother Lakshmi, a special audience to Mother Lakshmi, which the Lord has not given to her for a long time, for the entire year. But though this pastime has all these things, but it is only after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This story and these pastimes in Jagannath Puri have been going on for a long time. Everyone in Puri knows about this story. But it is only when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and resided in Puri, he revealed the secret, the mysterious purports of these pastimes. And that is why we are grateful to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who actually presented Lord Jagannath and his mood to and revealed it to all of us. So Adi Sankaracharya has written a beautiful song, all of you know, which is called Jagannath Ashtakam. So Sankaracharya actually traveled all over India and he went and took darshan of the Lord, different lords in different places, and in all places he used to write Ashtakam. Sankaracharya went to Varanasi, he saw Vishwanath, he wrote Biswanath Ashtakam. Then he came to Jagannath Puri, he saw Lord Jagannath, he wrote Jagannath Ashtakam. So he used to go different places and write Ashtakams. So this Jagannath Ashtakam written by Adi Sankaracharya, the first verse, it says, all of you repeat, Kadachit Kalindi Tata Vipina Sangita Karavo. Mudabhiri Nari Badana Kamala Swada Madhupa. Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapatir Ganeshar Pada. Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me. So though Shankaracharya actually wrote this many years before Lord Chaitanya actually arrived in Jagannath Puri. Kadachit Kalindi. Sometimes Lord Jagannath, Kalindi Tata, he goes to the groves near Yamuna, banks of the Yamuna river. Why? To make some sounds. Sangita Karavo. To sing some things. And why? Abhira, Muda Abhira Nari, Badana Kamala Swada Madhupa. Just to attract the gopis of Sri Vrindavan. Just like any loafer would whistle. And this is the first verse of Jagannath Ashtakam, and the all other verses, the 7 verses, are related to Jagannath. Jagannath is sitting in Nilachal along with his Balaram and Subhadra. He is coming, he is giving darshan, he is so merciful, he is taking prasadam, all the Brahmanas are chanting. If you read Jagannath Ashtakam. So people were never able to understand why this first verse is beyond logic. Jagannath never goes to Vrindavan. When he goes to Vrindavan, when he makes sounds for attracting the gopis, and it is mentioned kadachit, sometimes, when he goes. So it was a mystery from the Adi Sankaracharya time in Jagannath Puri, that when Lord goes to Vrindavan, why it is written Kadachit Kalindi Tata? And no one asked Sankaracharya, because all his followers were Brahmavadis, except Sankaracharya, all were Brahmavadis. So no one dared to ask Sankaracharya. So this mystery of Jagannath Ashtakam, that this verse, that when Lord Jagannath goes to Vrindavan, when he does the pastimes with the gopis, was completely a mystery till Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived in Jagannath Puri. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived in Jagannath Puri, he revealed, I stands for intimate, the intimate reason for the pastimes of Lord Jagannath. In Rath Yatra, when Lord was dancing and dancing and dancing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, Lord Chaitanya speaks these beautiful verses that we will recite from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jagannatha dekhi prabhura se bhava uthila. As soon as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Jagannath, his real mood of Vrindavan Dham awakened. Sei bhava bishta hoy dua go aila. And in that mood, remembering Jagannath, he spoke some confidential verses which no one able to understand. Avase se Radha Krishna kare nivedane. In Kurukshetra, Radharani was making a nivedan, making a plea to Krishna. Sei tumi, sei ami, sei navasangam. You are the same person and I am the same person. And we are meeting in the same way as we used to meet. Tathapi amar mon hare Vrindavan. But I don't like the other things of this place. You are the same person, I am the same person, we are meeting like before. But my mind is somehow attracted to Sri Vrindavan Dham. Tathapi amar mon hare Vrindavan. My mind only is attracted by Sri Vrindavan Dham. Vrindavane uday karao apana charan. I am requesting you, please reveal Sri Vrindavan Dham in front of me so that we can enjoy the pastimes in the same way. Iha Raja Vesha Sange Sabak Kshatriya Gan. Now here you have taken the grab of a king. And all these Kshatriyas are there, the Brahmanas are there, they are worshipping you in majesty. Taha Gopa Vesha Sange Murali Badan. But without seeing you holding the flute, without seeing you in the forest of Vrindavan, under the Bamsi Butt tree, my mind is not satisfied. Braje tomar sange jai sukha aswadan. Whatever happiness I experienced in Vrindavan Dham along with you, sei sukha samudrera iha nahi ekakan. That happiness that you experience in Sri Vrindavan Dham is like an ocean, and the happiness in Jagannath Puri, in Jagannath temple, is just one drop of that ocean. Amalaya punha lila karaha Vrindavane. Please take me to Sri Vrindavan Dham, and please let us do all our pastimes in Sri Vrindavan Dham. Tobe amar monovancha hayata purane. And then my desire will be fulfilled. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually revealed the inner purports of this Jagannath Ashtakam, which was written way back by Sankaracharya. And no one was able to understand that how this first verse is something different. All other verses are describing Jagannath. This first verse describes Krishna in Vrindavan. I don't know why. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained that how Jagannath, after these 15 days of Anavashar, he says to Mother Lakshmi, I think you'd be so tired, na? Exhausted, serving me so nicely. Why don't you take some rest? And I have been in this ICU for so long with you. Let me go out and just enjoy a little company of my devotees outside. Let me go out for some bihar. You take rest for a couple of days, and I promise that I will. So it's Dutiya. I will come in 2 days. In Chaturthi night, I'll be back. Just like any husband tells to the wife, I'll be back in just 1 hour. And the Lord Jagannath goes. And just to experience Sri Vrindavan Dham before leaving for Vrindavan in Rath Yatra festival, in the morning of Asad Dutiya on the Rath Yatra day, the Lord doesn't take any 56 items. The Lord takes Panta Bhat. And every year in our house, we get half a rice of that Panta Bhat. That's it. Because it has to go to all places. So we get every year half a rice, and we all get little, 1 molecule of Panta Bhat on the Rath Yatra day. But the Lord takes Panta Bhat just to remind himself of Vrindavan Dham. Because in Vrindavan, if you read, Sukadeva Goswami says, rainy pastimes of the rainy season in Sri Vrindavan Dham. If you read that chapter comes, Sukadeva Goswami says, Krishna, when the rains happen, Krishna is sitting in the under a tree, and the Gopas, they give Krishna some Panta Bhat or dahi and little bit of water and little bit of rice, and Krishna puts it, and Krishna enjoys that Panta Bhat along with some bulbs and roots and some kheera and some nariyal and all those different things, and waits when the rain will be over and I will go back home. And so our acharyas mentioned that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who makes rain happen, is waiting for the rain to stop so that he can go and graze and go back to Sri Vrindavan, his house, home. So in this way, Lord Jagannath, he actually performs his Vrindavan Bihar annually in this Rath Yatra, and this Snana Purnima day and this story of this 15 days, actually our acharyas say the Lord is feeling separation of Vrindavan. And that is why he gets fever. And that is why he enacts the pastimes in such a way that he has to give up. You see, if you have to enter Vrindavan, before entering Vrindavan, you have to get the mood of Vrindavan. You cannot enter Vrindavan with a gorgeous dress. You cannot enter Vrindavan with a lot of pride that I am so great. So the Lord, 15 days before only, gives up all his opulence, gives up all his majesty, and experiences Sri Vrindavan Dham, feeling a separation from Sri Vrindavan. And that is why all the forest herbs, all the different items which are from the forest, they are offered to the Lord to help him remind of Sri Vrindavan Dham. And it is only by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that this intimate mysteries of Lord Jagannath's Leela to Sri Vrindavan Dham in the Rath Yatra festival is revealed. And Srila Prabhupada, but this revelation was only restricted to certain Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Even I am from Puri, I was not knowing. It was only restricted to certain Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Vrindavan, in Navadvip, and in Jagannath Puri. No one else was knowing about it. And that's how, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, the whole world came to know the inner mysteries of Lord Jagannath, which was revealed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita and in the Rath Yatra while he resided in Jagannath Puri. And then we all know how Lakshmi becomes very angry, and we will see all that different. So I stands for the intimate mysteries that Lord Chaitanya revealed about Lord Jagannath, remembering Sri Vrindavan Dham while staying in Nilachal Kshetra. And C stands for compassion. This Snana Purnima, the Lord exhibits supreme compassion on a devotee who is actually rejected, who is actually a worshipper of Brahman, who wanted to become one with Brahman, which is so much, person who thinks like this is hellish. So this person was, his name was Ganapati Bhatta, and he was a worshipper of Ganesh. And his main focus was, he read all the Puranas, he understood that the goal of life is actually to merge in Brahman. And he read in the Puranas, in Skanda Puran, that the Supreme Brahman has taken a form of wood in Jagannath Puri. And if you take darshan of that wood, then you will merge in the Brahman and you will get liberated. So he started walking from Karnataka, where he belonged to, started walking to Jagannath Puri. And when he reached near Jagannath Puri, there is a place called Atharanala, which is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That place, he saw many people coming from Jagannath Puri. And they're eating prasadam, they're smiling and laughing. And he asked, what you are doing? Kahan se aaye aap? And these visitors, they said, we just took darshan of Jagannath. I said, yeah, you took darshan of Jagannath? You took darshan of Brahman? And you are coming back to this material world laughing? I don't believe this Jagannath is Brahman. Useless. I made such a useless journey from Karnataka to this place. I will better go back. And this person says that how can you come back again to material world after taking darshan of Brahman, who is Param Brahma? You are speaking lies. There is no Param Brahma in Puri. And he was coming back. And when he was coming back, Lord Jagannath comes in the form of a Brahmana and says, no, actually he is Brahma, Param Brahma. What is your conception of Param Brahma? Now Param Brahma means he is supreme and he should be looking like an elephant. He has his own conception. He said to the Brahmana, said, go, actually he will look like an elephant. And this Brahmana, he reaches Jagannath Puri on this Snana Purnima day, on the evening, and he goes and takes darshan and he says, like a elephant. And he faints. And he says to the Pujari, he is looking like an elephant. Pujari says, what elephant? He is not looking like an elephant. He is looking like Jagannath. He is looking like elephant. You see the trunk, and he says, you have become mad. There is no Jagannath. And then he says, no, look. And then when the Pujari looked, he also saw that the Lord is looking like an elephant. And then in front of his eyes, this person faints, and actually goes back to Godhead. The Lord delivers him from the from the mukti, sayujya mukti, and gives him a entrance in Vaikuntha Loka. And from that day on, in the evening, this Gaja base, the Lord performs this pastime of elephant in order to show that how he is so compassionate, how he is so compassionate to those who come and take darshan. So C stands for this Snana Purnima, is the Lord performs his most compassionate pastimes to give his compassion to others. And K stands for the kingdom of Lord. The Lord becomes sick to take us out of our sickness. We have been sick because of this material world, because of this material disease. And we have also these 10 types of diseases, the 6 anarthas and 4 real problems of birth, old age, disease and death. And the Lord performs these pastimes, which is like so enchanting, which is like actually a medicine for taking us out of this dasa moolat, these 6 anarthas, and these 4 problems actually attach us to this material world. And by hearing about the Lord, by speaking about the Lord, by describing the pastimes of Lord Jagannath, and especially by chanting the holy names of Lord, as mentioned by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Enichi Ushadhi Maya Nasibar Lagi Harinama Mahamantra Lautu Mimagi. Enichi Ushadhi Maya. Lord Jagannath is taking Aushadhi as a pastime. But we must understand that we are not performing pastimes in material world. We are doing our time pass. So we are doing simply time pass. Srila Prabhupada has given a lecture, and the lecture entitled is "We have come here to pass stool." You can search in Vedaves. Yes, I don't know how many of you have heard that lecture. We have come here to pass stool. So we have actually come here to do all this nonsense sense gratification in this material world, and we are sick of this 10 type of things. The 6 anarthas are tormenting us. The birth, old age, disease and death is tormenting us, and the Lord's pastimes, the chanting of the holy names, is the medicine that can take us out from this and make us, give us entrance to the kingdom of God. So the Lord is not sick. We are sick. But if we hear about the sick pastimes of the Lord, it will help us to come out of our own sickness. And that is why Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So the Lord takes bath, 108 water pots. So we must also take bath every day with this 108 chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Sarvatma Shnapanam. Atma has 7 different meanings in scriptures. It means intelligence, it means mind, it means the soul, it means the body. All the 7 definitions of Atma is completely cleansed by chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Sarvatma Shnapanam Param Vijayate. We all have some Vijay, but we see all those who did some conquest. Hitler, Mussolini, Napoleon, where are they now? But this Param Vijay, that holy name can award us, is to conquer over this material anarthas and enter the kingdom of God and become a servant of the servant of Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, and become really dear to the Lord, Daitas. So the Lord performs this pastime in Snana Purnima to help us come out and inspire us to describe about Him and chant His holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the Lord performs His Snana Purnima for first reason to give a special service to Mother Lakshmi. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada revealed to us the intimate reasons about these pastimes. And it was only Lord Chaitanya who revealed all these things. And see, the Lord does these pastimes for exhibiting His supreme compassion. And we all can get benefit of hearing these pastimes and chanting about the Lord, and then in the end of our life enter the kingdom of the God. And eternally, just imagine, hearing these pastimes are so nice. Just imagine entering these pastimes. Just imagine seeing Mother Lakshmi, oh, my husband, and going around here and there. Just imagine, what a fun. Just imagine taking Sri Krishna to Sri Vrindavan. Just imagine hearing the flute sound of Krishna in Sri Vrindavan Dham and seeing how the gopis are madly running after Krishna, how the cows are madly running after Krishna. Whatever we are reading in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto are not some fictitious stories written by some fiction writer. They are actually happening right now as we are sitting in the most secluded place in material world. They are actually happening in spiritual world. And we are all so unfortunate that we are missing those heart-rendering, sweet, enchanting pastimes of Sri Vrindavan. Sitting in this corner of this entire creation, material world, we are thinking we are so great. We are so great that I have made some software codes, I have made some company, I have done something in this world. But this world is the most insignificant portion of this entire creation. And we are losing the opportunity to enjoy these wonderful pastimes. And that is why Moroi Abhilas Bilas Kunje Diovas Nayane Herivo Sada Jugal Ruparasi. And that's why we always regularly pray to Srimati Tulasi Devi, who is the HR manager of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in Brinda Devi Astakam, Samasta Vaikuntha Siro Manashri Krishnasya Brinda Banadhanya Dhamni Dattadhikare Vrishabhanuputrya Brinde Namaste Charanaravindam. Samasta Vaikuntha Shiro Manasri. We must understand Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Jagannath Swami, they are revealing to us the pastimes of the crest jewel of all Vaikuntha, Vrindavan Dham. Samasta Vaikuntha Siromanashri. Krishnasya Vrindavana Dhanya Dhamni. Vrindavan Dham is celebrated as the crest jewel of all the Vaikuntha Dhams. Datta Adhikar, the power of attorney, Vrishabhanuputrya, Srimati Radharani gave it to you, O Brinde Devi, that you recruit and you engage and you enjoy. And that is why only you can give me entrance to Sri Vrindavan Dham. So that is why we must regularly pray to Sri Brinde Devi. And our chanting in front of Sri Brinde Devi every day is in this mood. That, O Brinde Devi, I am chanting this mantra. Please, please make me a part of your insignificant servant in Sri Vrindavan Dham. So this Pandav Nirjala Ekadasi is an opportunity to exclusively, Ananya Mamata Vishnu, to exclusively focus our attention to Krishna and give up all our priorities that we have, that we consider very important, and focus on exclusively praying to Krishna. Oh Krishna, baro bar ei bar laho nij saath. We have some. Can we sing one song? Or we are late? So we will sing one song and we will end in the class. Hari hai dayal mora Jaya Rathanatha বারো 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 লহ নিজ সাথ বারো 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 লহ নিজ সাথ বহুজনী ভ্রমিনাথ লইন শরণ everyone নিজ কৃপা বলে কর অধম তারণ নিজ গুণে কৃপা কর অধম তারণ জগত জীবন তুমি জগত কারণ तुम बिना नाहे हे राधा रमण तुम बिना नाहे हे राधा रमण भुवन मंगल तुमी भुवनेर पति तुमी उपखिले नाथ কি হবে গতি ভাবিয়া দেখিনো হে জগত মাঝারে तुम बिना नाहे ए दासे उधारे हरि है दयाल मोरा जय राधा नाथ बारो बारो ए बारो लह निज साथ Baro bar a bar, loho nija saath. So many lifetimes I have been wandering in this material world. Oh Lord, please take me at least this time. Shri Shri Jagannath Swami ki, Pandav Nirjal Ekadasi ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.